But then I finally just hit life with it and said, okay, it's time for me to have rehab, because when I'm high, I'm sad, I'm miserable. It's just, I walk around and I make everybody laugh, and I should have been making myself laugh. And doing drugs, it felt like it made me talk to people more, and I was more funnier when I was high, but inside, I'm just a miserable person, and angry, and very violent, and just mad at the world, and mad at God, and I don't really know God, because we were forced to go to church when we were kids, but I'm learning to get to know Him, and coming to Uplift was the best thing I ever did in my life.
What was it like before you walked in the doors here at the facility?
Life was very sad.
Yeah.
And I hated it a lot. I wasn't, my family, kind of like the night before I came, I told all my friends that I was leaving for rehab, and they're like, why are you leaving for rehab? You're not that bad. And I'm like, yeah, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm miserable. And that showed me right then that they didn't really know me at all. Because...
Again, it can also be even more dangerous when people don't even know. Because now you're not only are you addicted, but you're hiding it, and now you're preserving this struggle.
Yeah. And I also was, I was in the plug. I sold a lot of drugs. And, then I was like, whoo, I'm top of the town. I couldn't even walk from my sister's house to the store without getting pulled over 3 times by the police, because they knew I'm labeled. I'm labeled in my hometown.
So what happened to those customers when you were going to rehab?
Well, their main problem was, can you hook me up with your plug? And I thought, oh my gosh, you're not saying, good job, Jen. You're going to rehab to change your life. You're worried about how you're going to get your drugs down. And I wouldn't do it. I told them that they could find their own plug. Because I'm not doing that. That wasn't and that's when I finally realized, it clicked in my brain that these people are my friends. I have a couple of real friends that I speak to now. Like 2. And, they're rooting for me. My family's rooting for me. I recently talked to my brother. It's been a long time since I talked to him. He's changed his life tremendously. He's like my inspiration too, because he was, we're only a year apart, and he was in a really bad car wreck because he was high, and he thought the FBI was behind him, and he flipped his car 6 times, went through the windshield and landed on his head, and lived through it. He was in a coma for 8 months, but from that point on, when he woke up, he eats dealt with drugs. He doesn't touch drugs. He doesn't cuss. He doesn't smoke cigarettes. And he's all about the Lord. And
what a bond now, you two, in sobriety.
We recently, just yesterday, I talked to him, and, he crying on the phone. He was like, you sound so different. And I talked to my other brother and my sister, and they're like, wow. And I've only been here, I'm sober 10 days today.
Do you feel different?
Yes, I feel like $1 million.
Congrats on 10 days.
Yes, I feel like, then now I'm like, why did I do this before? I missed out on so many memories with my children and my grandkids. I got 7 grandkids, and I'm only allowed to see 2 of them, because the other 5 has been adopted out, but they're in good homes, and they got people that love and take care of them. And I missed out on so much, but I'm trying not to, beat myself up at it too much, because now I'm ready to make better memories with my kids. My family and my kids, besides my son, they accepted me as a drug addict. Oh, I said drug addict, but she's funny, and I'm their mom, and they just accepted me like that, because they had no choice. And my son, if 2 years ago, well, it might have been like 3 years ago, he sent me a message after I got out of jail for robbery. And he told me that he had loved me from a distance. And
set a boundary.
Set a boundary for me. And so I went to rehab.
That's fair.
And got my life together. Keep basically no contact. And I didn't understand at the end. I was like, God, why is he being so mean to me? But
Had to protect his peace.
Yes, and I was only here for 2 days, and he sent me a message and told me how proud he was of me and told me he loved me.
What did that feel like when you read that message?
That's the point where I was like, yes.
Tell me. What did that feel like? What did you feel?
I felt like I knew at that point that this is where I need to be, and this is it. And I'm just so shocked at it. God, how did I lose so many years? And all I had to do was just come to rehab and get off drugs.
But you weren't ready. You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready then.
You're ready now.
I wasn't ready, even when I came to when I went to the airport to come to here. Yeah. You know, I told my sister, I'm like, okay, we're not gonna have no emotions. We're not gonna have no cry session. I want to get out of the car and get my luggage and go. And she's like, I just want a picture taken of you. I'm like, okay, fine. So I went through the security, and I was still thinking, I'll just run. I can't do this. This is scary. I'm going all the way from Bartlesville, Oklahoma to California. And I didn't have an ID, so I had my mugshot as proof who I was. And they weren't going to accept that. So I had to go do some more to make sure I was who I said I was. And I look over, and there's my sister and her boyfriend. And they're snapping pictures of me. And I was like, I'm okay, sister. I'm going to get on that airplane. And I was scared shitless. Not over the airplane, just scared to come here. And when the Uber dropped me off here, coming up the big driveway, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? You know, I was crying all the way through it. But once I opened up, I mean, I felt it. When I came walking through those doors, I was like, you know, I always felt like all my life that I had a black cloud around me. Because, you know, I have bad luck. That's that black cloud. You know, and I know now that that was just the devil. And, but I now know that I did that to myself. I made myself believe that. And so I just kept doing it. But when I walked through those doors, then there's no black cloud. There was no bad luck. It was just me being an addict, making up excuses. But this place is, even though it's only been 10 days, I feel it's like a snake that sheds their skin. I am a completely different person. The way I talk, the way I walk, my skin's better. I mean, they got me on vitamins. I'm eating vegetables that I've never ate before.
Look at you.
I'm eating stuff that I would never eat. And it's good. And they really, this is not like a joke. This is not one of those rehabs that they get you to, that they just insurance scams or you get to do. I've been in one other rehab. It lasted 3 days, and I was high the first day I was there. So this is they really, truly, truly care about you here, and I love it. It's hard for me to hear like them saying, "Good job, Jennifer. Oh, wow, you look beautiful today." I'm like, oh my gosh. But that's just me working through it, and I'm so glad I'm here. I'm in no hurry to get back home. I'm going to ride this out until the very end.
Are you working on your trauma here?
Yes. Slowly.
Good for you.
Because I got a lot of trauma.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. So, but you're stepping into it.
Now I'm facing this straight on. I'm slapping it in the face, and I like it. I love it.
Facing that stuff might save your life.
Yeah, I mean, this place has already saved my life. And you know, there's a couple people that says, I'm going home. I'm like, don't go home, man. Stay here. And I'm glad that everybody's here. And I'm bonded with everybody here. And I still make people laugh, but I'm laughing with them now. I'm not laughing. It's something laughing at me miserable inside. I'm laughing with them, and I feel like $1 million.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing them.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.